Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise and thanks is due to Allah, the Lord of all exists, and the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family, and all his companions. Today we want to talk about the second original of the three original or fundamentals in Islam that every Muslim must know by evidence, because he will be asked firstly about it in his grave. If he passes this test, he will be prosperous, victorious. Otherwise, he will be a loser, disappointed. That is not the servant his religion. What is your religion? My religion is Islam. The proof is Almighty saying, the true religion with Allah is Islam. Surah Al-Imran, verse number 19. Does Allah accept any other religion than Islam after the mission of Muhammad, the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon him? No, he will not accept any other religion than Islam after he has sent his messenger Muhammad, the Prophet, and the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon him. The Prophet is Almighty saying, and whoever seeks a religion other than Islam, it will never be accepted of him, and in the hereafter he will be one of the losers. Surah Al-Imran, verse number 85. What is the definition of Islam? Islam is a full submission to Allah by Tawheed and obedience for Him by obedience, and to be innocent, free from shirk, polytheism, and al-mushrikeen, polytheists. And it has three levels: Islam, Iman, belief, Ihsan, benevolence. And each grade or level of these three has its pillars. What are the pillars of Islam? The pillars of Islam are five: a testimony that there is no true God but Allah, and Muhammad his messenger, and performing Salah prayer, and paying Zakat poor rate, and fasting Ramadan, and going to Mecca to perform Hajj pilgrimage. The proof, the Prophet and the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon him saying, that is, Islam is to testify that there is no God worthy to be worshipped except Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger, to perform Salah prayer, to pay poor rate Zakat, to fast Ramadan, and to perform Hajj pilgrimage to the house of Allah in Mecca. And if you find the means for making journey to Mecca. This hadith narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. What is the definition of Iman, belief? Iman is a saying by tongue, belief by heart, and work by organs. Increase the more you do obedience, and decrease when you make sins. And Al-Iman has more than 70 sections, portions. And the higher is the saying of there is no true God worthy to be worshipped except Allah. And the lower is to remove harmful things from the road of the Muslims. And Al-Haya, modesty, is one of these sections or portions. What are the pillars of Iman, belief? The pillars of Iman, there are 6. That you believe in Allah and His angels, His books, His messengers, and the last day, the day of judgment, and the Qadar, fate, with fair or good, bad. The proof is Almighty saying, but albir is the quality of the one who believes in Allah, the last day, and the angels, and the books, and the Prophet. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 177. And from the Sunnah, the Prophet, the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon him, saying in Hadith Jibreel, it is that you believe in Allah and His angels and His books and His messenger, and in the last day, and in the Qadar, fate, both in its good and bad evils. In its good and bad aspects, narrated by Bukhari Muslim. What is al-ihsan? Al-Ihsan has only one pillar, which is to worship Allah as if you see Him. If you are not seeing Him, He is seeing you. The proof is Almighty saying, truly Allah is with those who fear Him, keep their duty unto Him, and those who are muhsinun, good doers. Surah An-Nahl, verse number 128. And from the Sunnah Hadith Jibreel, it is that you should worship Allah, serve Him as if you see Him. If you are not seeing Him, He is seeing you. Narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. Finally, I hope that now you have good enough information about this topic. O Allah, show us the truth as truth, and give us and grant us its following, and show us the falsehood as falsehood, and grant us its avoiding. And the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family, and all his companions.